G'day. Hello again. Ajmahari here. Well, not to just only be replying to one commenter by any means here. At all, right? Because I've replied to other people recently. Excuse me. Surfree Jump Sleep left a comment. It was, some hour, like yesterday, probably sometime. On the video I did, Borderlines Just Aren't That Into You, the emptiness of BPD idealization, which nobody really understands until you start understanding more about it. I gotta do something about these boxes. Just doesn't work. Oh, we have another fruit fly. All you gotta do, buy yourself some bananas. They just come along for the ride. Anyway, sorry. Surfree Jump Sleep said, AJ, I love what you do. Really enjoy your videos. And I actually do, in capital letters, learn a lot. They're very healing. Well, in whatever way that's happening, I hope so. Glad to hear that. And then the commenter continues, I'm only telling you what happened. It's not a function of my ego. It's what happened. Well, I haven't seen too many comments. Actually, I've never seen another comment before that adds in, I'm only telling you what happened. It's not a function of my ego. Commenter continues, both times we went to the end of me being there with her wanting to be with me every day, up to the last week when she would devalue. Also, I'm not saying you're wrong. I agree. It mostly had nothing to do with me. For example, she used the exact same script each time at the end. Needed to work on her body. Would that be a script? I don't think it would be a script. But, could have been partially true for her, whatever that meant for her. And then the commenter continues, that's when I realized something must really be wrong with her because she's telling me the exact same breakup script for the second time. If anybody cares to comment on this, please let me know. Do you think that you're, if you're the ex of somebody with BPD right now and you heard anything about it and they didn't just ghost and you heard nothing, would you describe it as that your person with BPD or your BPD ex had a breakup script? I mean, they can be known to repeat themselves. They can be known to have ready, set excuses or things that maybe they actually believe to be somewhat accurate to their experience because, they don't know themselves so well and such, right? Especially if they're untreated. But I don't know. There's something in this that's really, and I don't think I should really say more because, for example, she used the exact same script each time. At the end, needed to work on her body. Could have had body dysmorphia and other issues, and that could just be where whatever happened by that point in time, and it seems like, the person with BPD wasn't really being who they presented themselves as being to this commenter. So it could have been where their stress point was and where their fallback is. Meaning that maybe when they get to a certain point of engulfment, anxiety, and stress, they focus back on their body for whatever that might be about. And so I don't know why that would be interpreted as a script because it was said twice, right? And then again, just to say that the commenter said, that's when I realized something must really be wrong with her because she's telling me the exact breakup script for the second time, when it's probably not a breakup script. And it's more of a stress point, reaction, focus point on the part of his BPDX. So what is happening then for the commenter when he thinks this is what really convinced him that something must be really wrong with his BPDX, because she has this script? I think lots of people, certainly lots of clients I've worked with over 35 years, when they've heard comments of devaluation before a breakup or a ghosting or whatever, they've heard things more than once, like whatever a person with BPD might say, like, I feel like you're controlling me and blah, blah. So, I don't want to, I just need to be alone. A lot of people with BPD have been known to say things like, I did a video about this, the taking a break, ghosting borderline. I just need space. I just need space, leave me alone. Meanwhile, they're often off with the next person, but they just don't know what to do or say or whatever. So they'll be like, I just need space. And then after a while, or, a few days or a week, you're sort of like trying to get their attention again. Like, well, have you had enough space? If you give them the space. So, I mean, there's a lot of variations of things that people with BPD will say, and a lot of things that different people with BPD will say. And there was the person that commented on the channel recently who said, another person, not this commenter, who said that, they were sitting beside the person with BPD on their third relationship recycle that only lasted 2 weeks. And he was sitting there beside her, and she texted him, like right beside, and said, I need to be alone, or I think I need to be alone. So could somebody with BPD, there's a whole room in here, but they have to try to go in my mouth. Never mind. It, not they, I think. But, so, I wonder, like, that person with BPD, she's had other partners, let's assume. She probably told them all. She might have said to that man who I was replying to a comment recently on the channel about the texting and I need to be alone. Often they'll say things like, I need space, I need to be alone, I can't do this anymore, I can't take this anymore. And they're not always defining what it is. So I think that that's what's most important to think about here. And that's what raises a red flag for me in wondering what is Surfree Jump Sleep alluding to here, that he thinks it's so scripted, number one, and that's really a sign of something super wrong. When I don't understand that part. What do you think?